Holly sang the national anthem,
Yeah.
but she's not sworn in yet.
If you want your ears to bleed, but I can have Austin do it, my son.
Yeah, Deb's been looking for Austin.
I don't know about the rest of you guys, but it looks like I just got back from Aruba or something like that. Well, I got a great tan going here. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it my lighting?
Jim's camera?
And, yeah, that's it. And I look like I'm ready to stroke out.
Oh, here we go. Yay!
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, that's lighting.
Oh man, that's worse, Jim.
Yeah. Jeez.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna open
better if I'm away.
Bob DeToma.
Here.
Jim Gallagher.
Gallagher here.
Sean McAfee.
Here.
Lucas Remillard. He sent me a note saying he would not be here. Justin Stone is here. Justin Souza may come on late. He texted me saying that he may run late. And we also have Holly McCormick, one of our soon-to-be new members once she gets sworn in, and she's just listening in for today. All right. So, Sean, did you send out the minutes for last meeting?
That I did not do. I've been communicating with the clerk's office to try to catch up on some minutes from the last, say, 12 months that might have been missed. So
Okay.
I did not send out current minutes.
Okay. Then we'll approve them next month when we do this meeting's minutes. Where are you at with that? I was going to ask you that.
I'm sorry, say it again.
I'm showing 4 minutes or 4 dates of minutes that could be missing.
Yes. Oh God, I lost my sticky note. Yes.
Oh no,
it was 4 minutes, but then actually, I believe it's only 3 because one of the months that she sent back to me, we did not have a meeting. So
Okay.
I gotta follow up on that again.
But I sent those 3 to you, right, Sean?
Yes, you did. Yes.
Okay. So is it just turning them in, or is there more to this than?
It's just a matter of me typing them up and sending them in. Yes.
Okay. Well, I thought you already typed them up. Jim, did you send them the ones that we've approved?
Yes.
So they should already be in the Word document, right?
Yes, they should be.
Just forward to her what I sent to you.
Okay. I'll do that.
Perfect. VSO notes, we'll wait until Justin comes on. All right, Bob, like to get the latest on the intro letters from you. I know that you and I have talked about it, but see if there's any updates and just fill in the rest of the members on it.
Okay, so after, you gonna say something, John?
Me?
All right, I'm gonna start again. So after numerous conversations with some people in town hall, I think we've come up with a plan for getting our introductory letter out to the 600 odd names in town. So part of the problem that we had to overcome was we couldn't take possession of the list. The only person in town who was authorized to take possession was Justin Souza, the Veterans Affairs agent. Then the next problem was he was uncertain whether or not he could share the entire list with us. So the working plan as it stands right now is to get together some evening in person. Do that at the TV studio in the conference room if you'd like. We can stuff the 600 envelopes with no addresses. And we can take the finished product, deliver them to Justin, and then with the assistance of the ladies at the senior center, they can put the address labels on the envelopes, and then we can give them to the TA's office, and they will take it from there. When I asked why the ladies at the senior center were allowed to put labels on, I guess the working theory is that, well, no one's looking at the entire list and they're not leaving the building with it, so. That's the plan. So what we have to do at this point is just come up with a date and a time that's convenient for all of us. And just get together in person, which we haven't done in God knows how long. And then we finally will have some resolution to this, I hope.
Did, so we still need to print out the letters, correct?
Yeah, so as far as I know, I haven't actually seen a copy of the letter, so printing them out, folding them, stuffing them, and then we pass them on.
Okay, that's good, because I think I want to go in and I can't remember if I added our website to the letter. I added our Facebook site last time, but no,
Well,
I don't think our website.
Between the time we get together and you've got tons of time to add or subtract anything you need to.
Do you want to print them off at the TV center, or do you want to print them off at the town hall?
If you get it to me, I can bring it to the town hall and take care of it there.
Okay. Sounds good. I will take that for action. Yep, Sean.
This may be preempting the whole thing, but would it be printed at the town hall using like the copying machine next to the clerk's office? And then when they are printed, would we say call a workshop so that we can all gather together instead of having a formal meeting?
If we all gather together and there's a quorum present, we have to post an agenda regardless.
All right, so we post it as a workshop, so to speak.
Yeah. we just-
Okay,
You state right on, we're stuffing envelopes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no, in the interest of making sure that everybody understands what we're doing and that it's not,
yeah,
there's no cloak and dagger going on. We're just stuffing envelopes, so.
okay.
So I'll send out an email checking everybody's availability over the next week or two. I'd like to get this done by September, preferably before Labor Day, so we can all just, hopefully in September, the letters have been out.
I agree.
So I'll send that out. We can coordinate over the next couple of days, and then we'll just pick a time and a date. And then Bob, I'll work to get you that letter over the weekend. Shouldn't be too hard. I'll probably actually do it right after this. Any other questions on the intro letters? All right. Everything good, Jim? You're on mute.
Speak up. Wow, one time Jim's silent.
We're having our kitchen done, and I've got some new appliances coming in, and that was a robocall I was expecting from Lowe's telling me when all of this shit was gonna be delivered tomorrow. So it's, and then I had to listen to it a second time, so.
Hey, that's important.
Bob, you need a 5-minute delay button.
And now I gotta go in and find that one half a second where he said the word and edit it out.
Did you say something about me that I missed, Bob?
Not me.
No, we were just gonna, do you have any questions on the intro letters? I'm gonna send out email. We'll coordinate a time that we can get together and stuff envelopes over the next week or two.
Yep. Yeah, I'm available during the day too, so I can, well, some days, not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week, I'll tell you that. So,
Okay. Yeah, I'll send it out. We can work it. We can work through it. Jim, I know earlier we were talking about the flagpole, but now that we have Sean on and the meeting's official, could you give
Well,
us a
just the
rundown on
Reader's,
that?
I can give him the Reader's Digest edition. Sean, I talked to Andy, and you maybe know how to say his last name. Starts with a K, like Krigsberg or Kringberg. His wife used to work at the credit union.
Andy
He's a
Hellberg.
veteran. Say it again?
Andy Hellberg.
That's it. But it's a K though, right? The K silent,
Yeah.
is that it?
Yes.
Okay. he was talking about there's a section of cemetery for veterans. And the only reason he found out about it because someone that he knew just recently was buried there. And he's been scouting around trying to find a way to get a plaque for that area and to get a flagpole. So he gave me the laundry list of places that he's gone to try to get help. So what I told him is that I would work with him, and what we'll do is arrange it so the Veterans Advisory Committee will make a request for funding from the CPC for the plaque and for the flagpole. So basically, I told him that it's not going to appear anyway until the Springtown meeting, but I'll take care of the actual application and everything. But I need to get specifics from him. I just don't know specifically where it is and what he's looking for and if he already got some pricing. And then what'll happen is that when we talk about it at the CPC, I'll recuse myself because I'll be part of the presentation and the voting. I won't be able to vote. But then what'll happen is that this hopefully will go to town meeting in the spring, and it'll be an article that's requested from the Veterans Advisory Committee. That's it in a nutshell.
That's a big nut.
Thanks for noticing.
How do you spell Andy's last name again?
Yeah, go ahead, Sean. Starts with a K. I'll spot you the K. Gelberg, is that how you say it? K-J-E-L?
It's, yeah, I don't know if it's Gelberg or Hellberg, but I can figure it out.
Is he,
I'm waiting for a call back from him. We've been
Okay.
telephone tagged. So my first question is, hey, Andy, spell your last name.
is he the former chair of the trustees of Soldiers and Sailors?
He mentioned something about that, and he said they haven't been doing anything. And so I just kept my mouth shut,
Good idea.
which was, is unbelievable. I wish there were witnesses, but yeah.
So, yeah, we'll be looking out for that in the future. And Jim, you said that your target is the spring CPC?
Yeah, well, it's we're too late for the fall town meeting. So we'll get it in for the Springtown meeting. So we still we'll hopefully be able to get it done next summer.
Okay. Sounds good. Any questions on the flagpole and plaque? All right. And Holly, just for your essay, you can ask questions and stuff. It's just, we don't have anything that we're voting on. So there's no reason for you to be quiet throughout the whole meeting. Feel free to ask questions throughout your input and things like that.
No, absolutely. So just to clarify what this plaque and flagpole look like, do you guys know what that entails? Is it like the standard flagpole in the graves, or is it something more special? Over.
I don't know. I know that he's done a lot of the work, and I think he's got some models done. But regardless of that, whatever plaque will go on there will state like what this burial ground is, and that the plaque is being presented on behalf of the Veterans Advisory Committee and the Community Preservation Committee. So will be mentioned on the plaque. And then the flagpole, I don't know if he's already gotten any estimates, but it'll be a regular size flagpole, I believe. But again, I've got a note here I'm waiting to make a lot of specifics on, and I'll know better. As soon as I have the specifics, I'll write an email and send it to you.
Okay, no, I'm tracking the intent. I apologize. I thought we're talking about a specific grave, but no, this is really cool. So I'm assuming this was a site that wasn't.
It's an area, and I'm not sure where it is, Holly.
Copy.
Copy that.
Okay.
I feel like I'm back at Fort Buckner.
Roger that, sir.
Roger.
Next thing I wanted to just talk about is goals for the year. We have a lot of great ideas. I know I bring this up, I think, every other meeting, but I actually want to start acting on them. I met with the DAV local rep, Dan Stack. Well, we talked on the phone, and he invited me and Bob up to just kind of understand what they do and how they can help us out locally. So I want to continue to reach out with those engagements. You know, we did some stuff, helped out Carmen last year or earlier the year with the Memorial Day Parade. I feel like there's engagement, and then once, you know, people are done, then that engagement stops. So I want to make sure that we're staying engaged with them, and this is just building relationships over the year. So that's one of the big things that I want to focus on this coming year for us. We did have the coat drive last year. We did, I'm assuming, I never got any confirmation, but I'm assuming that the vets that Carmen had went to the Woosocks for the Salute a Vet Day. I want to reach out to them. I know that they're always looking for veterans from local towns. And so I want to build a relationship with them and just have this stuff where, you know, we're always ready and we can send this out to the community and we can be these points of contact for everyone. Some of the other things that we had talked about, one of my big goals is I want our website updated with different resources. I'd like to get the DAV, you know, resources and post that. The VFW, once again, reaching out to that younger generation that maybe doesn't engage as much with the veteran organizations as the older generation. But also, that's one of the big issues is there's tons of resources out there for everyone, and it's just scattershot. You've got to know what you're looking for in order to find it. I'm actually going on a fishing trip Saturday, and I'm camping Friday through Sunday, all through a nonprofit veteran organization. You know, these guys are dying for veterans to take them out on these kind of trips and stuff, and just no one really knows that they're out there. We had talked about the banners. I actually have been working on that, on a proposal for the banners. It's just with everything going on, it's kind of been put on the back burner. We talked about the finance classes, and Holly, this is where I think the finance experience that you have will come in handy with us. There's funding out there that you can get. It's a grant funding that you can get to host financial aid classes for veterans. We have contacts with the local banks, so we can easily tag them to actually give the briefing. But it's, you know, what are we going to talk to them about, and who's our target audience is really where we need to get that proposal nailed down. And so I'm hoping to pick your brain on that as we move forward. We also talked about the coffee and donuts, and I think that'll be a great segue after we get the introductory letters out. Let's host something and just get it out. And then we talked about doing another coat drive this year, and I think this is the time that we want to start advertising it, getting the boxes set up, and really pushing that hard just to get our name out there. So that's what I've got down. I don't know if I missed anything, please let me know. I think the next logical step with this is assigning this to all the members. I know Sean, I had asked you and Lucas to take a look at this and kind of think through some of this stuff. And I think that, you know, that's still something important to do, just to kind of keep the fresh ideas going. Let's have a list of ideas that we brainstormed, and we can just pick from and go, hey, this is what we want to do now. But I think if we really want to get these off, then we'll just need to start assigning them to the various members. Thoughts, comments, Sean?
When this weekend trip that you're talking about, by chance, is that through Project New Hope?
No, Rifles to Rods.
Rifles to Ride?
Rods, fishing rods.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, so that's, I'd never heard of that one.
Yeah,
And
I've
then
got a lot of
I'm sorry, say again?
I've got a lot of them listed down because I
Okay.
love to fish. So
All right. I'll take the bass when you get it. And then the other thing that, you know, as you know, Jim will forward emails to us from different Veterans Administration or different groups. Are we allowed to take the information or the link from that the Veterans Administration sends us and maybe just copy and paste that into our Facebook without some, I'm going to say copyright infringement. I'm not really sure, but I think one way we could, again, add bulk to our Facebook page is by taking some of the Veterans Administration announcements, adding them to it. And then because I believe there's going to be a bunch of people that just don't get involved or don't follow the Veterans Administration and a lot of the information that they put out.
If I may, Sean, you're completely right. I know that when I was sending those out, Bob was asking me to get the, I don't know what the hell it's called, but the link, something that it was easier for him to put on. And as now, I had no idea what the hell he was talking about. So I just sent everything to him and he was trying to figure out what's what. But there's no copyright infringement problems because what they're looking for is exactly what we're doing, is getting the word out there. So ideally, this could time perfectly because the last one that I sent out, there was some changes in the presumptions of disability and this is going to be for younger vets on some of the septic pools and things like that they were involved in. But the idea is to get that information out there. So hopefully by the time the letters reach them, we'll have taken these links, these VA links, and would have them on our page. So if they go to our website, they'll be able to see an easy transition or an easy, the hell am I trying to say? Way to get right to them. Link, an easy link.
Yeah,
like Curly
that's
Q
great.
link on the Three Stooges.
One thing that might be, so I do, Sean, you bring up a good point, and I do think that we need to have somebody that's just dedicated to Facebook for social media, somebody who actually knows how to do it. But what might be
Okay, I'm out.
right? Yeah, I know. I'm like, I have no idea. But if we can follow the VA page in a way that whenever they post updates, it shows on our Facebook page. Because I'm sure that the VA has a Facebook page that they're uploading this newsletter to. And then instead of us, copying from one email and posting it on the Facebook, if we follow it, it'll just automatically show up in our feed as well.
Why don't I try to do that? No, I mean, find the, I'm sorry. All right, never mind. I mean, I don't even know what my link is.
No,
Jim,
I
this isn't an ambulance chaser type of assignment.
well, no, I mean, your sister set up our Facebook page for us. So I think that, yeah, if you want to take that on, sure.
Who set it up?
Wasn't it? Was it your daughter or your sister that set up our Facebook page?
Daughter. Aaron.
Sorry.
She didn't set it up.
Aaron
I have no
helped you.
idea who set it up. I just presumed it was Bob.
No,
Maybe it was Lucas.
no, it was I think it was your daughter. Sean, you said Aaron?
Aaron, yes.
Yeah, Aaron set it up, and then you brought it to us, and you were like, I don't know what to do with this, and then we gave it to Bob.
Yeah, I set it up.
Oh, you set it all up?
Well, I'm looking at it now and it's listed under my heading.
Yeah, you took it over.
It's not under the umbrella of the town. It probably should be, but
Yeah, William.
we do have an active page. The last activity on it was from Memorial Day, so that's probably a future agenda item as to how we want to get this thing up and running so that there's more frequent.
Do we have any 14-year-old veterans that we can get on the committee?
I know,
Yeah.
right? We need some. some help with it.
You know,
Yeah.
I had another question, but you called on Sean first.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I forgot my question.
Sorry. Bob, we need to get with William and get the, our Facebook page has to be under the town umbrella, so they can track the records from it. But Jim, yeah, I'll write you down. See, it's probably something as simple like whenever I'm on, like I follow the Town of Grafton Facebook page. So whenever they post new things, it shows up on my feed. And I think if we do something similar to that, because it's like an official web, not official,
Yeah,
it's not a personal Facebook page. I think there's a way you can link to another one, and whenever they update their stuff, so we can also link to like the Town of Grafton, and whenever they post updates, it'll show on our feed as well for everyone.
I
and
understand
think
the
that
concept. I don't know how to do it.
yeah, neither do I. But
I'm just gonna back up for a minute and look at the last one I got.
Just for the record, I am not Facebook savvy by any means, but I have it. I don't really use it, but I would love the link if you guys can share it.
yeah, we can, and I think that's something else that we have to put in the introductory letter anyway. So I will make sure that all that's in there, and I send that out to everyone for the review. So I'll include you, Holly, for your review. Just don't send it back to me with your comments until after you get sworn in to make sure everything.
No,
is-
understood.
Sure.
Do you know what our email for the group is by any chance? Off the top of your head?
Yes. I'll send that out to everyone. And Holly, they're supposed to add you to this.
I added her
You did?
on the vets, on the vets list. You've been getting those, right, Holly?
So Cindy Ide sent me an email. That's the one. I thought it was the sworn in thing, but it was a different. She put me on the VAC at Grafton-mass.gov. Yep.
Yeah. So let me know if you just got that link that I sent you, Holly. That'll verify that you are on our group email. And I use that whenever I'm sending up agenda minutes and stuff. Before I send the agenda up to the clerk's office, I send it out to everyone for their inputs and things like that. So that's the email that I'll use if there's some official.
Now that
list.
you're saying that, I think that when we first had our first meeting, I think I set up a list and had everyone's email on there and had it like that. But then I think you set up a different list. So I think when you're posting.
Yes, the one that I just sent you, Jim, is the official one from the town. They created that one for us. And then Holly, I also have, I gotta find it, but I also have a list of all of our phone numbers and stuff. So once I find that, I'll get that out to you to have it updated. I just like sharing, we just like sharing everybody's phone number in case we need something. Or like today with the link stuff, so Sean could ignore me again.
No, absolutely. Excuse me, my signature block always puts my cell, but I do have a question real quick. The email that Cindy sent me is a little different than the email that you sent in your email. And I'm sorry, did they call you Stony, Justin? Is that the
Yeah, you
nickname?
can call me Sony.
So hers stated the VAC and then at the Grafton. So yours was written out the Veterans Advisory Council. Is that a disconnect? Or?
You know what? I wonder if she changed it. Remember, Carmen couldn't use our email. It couldn't send us stuff. And
so I'll
she
forward you
changed it.
guys what Cindy sent me.
Okay. Yeah, she might have changed it. Last I remember, she sent out the new link to everyone, and that was the one I used, but she might have changed it again.
I'm looking at that, the thing that they just talked about, the new PACT Act. I can't say PACT Act.
Yep.
And that's coming from the VA News, Veterans Affairs at messages@va.gov. So why don't I shoot that address an email and ask them if they'll add our email address to their mailing list. And if I have a problem with that, I'll let you know. So you can, as far as our being notified directly when these come out, if
Yeah.
it's not going to happen, I'll get back to you and let you know.
Okay.
So if I don't hear, if I do it and I don't hear anything back from them, I got to think we're all set.
Okay, sounds good.
Then again, I'm not sure what I'm talking about, which is, that's kind of like where I live.
All right. Yeah. Thanks, Holly. I just got this. I will start emailing out everyone with that new one. She must have changed it on us. Not a big deal. Other than that, I think the biggest thing is the coat drive. Is there someone that wants to be in charge of that? Oh, go ahead, Jim.
No, I just remembered what I forgot. When we
I
were
figured.
talking about planning stuff ahead and everything, I think
Yeah.
that in addition to the coat drive, I think that we want to maintain maybe 2 or 3 times between now and spring. We want to contact the people that we contacted for the parade and let them know that we're planning. We've got a tentative date, and you know, we're looking to get your involvement again. But just to keep us in their mind, you know what I mean? I think that might be a great idea.
For the 4th of July parade or the Memorial Day parade?
Yes. Oh,
4th of
which
July.
one? No, we did the 4th of July.
Yeah, that just for the official record, that was not a BAC thing. That was a Bob and I thing.
Oh, right.
But, and Jim, you definitely helped us out a lot with that. But Bob and I
by staying away.
Yeah. Bob is already yelling at me that we need to start planning next year's anyway.
That's what I had forgotten when Sean started talking. When he starts talking, I just go away because he's so intellectually gifted that.
So as
As far as the coat drive goes, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just, same words, as far as the coat drive goes, yeah, we should get it up and running no later than the 1st of October. But
Yep.
I'm thinking that the list of business owners in the town of Grafton, which I believe is supposed to be shared with us, if we reach out to them and tell them that we're having a coat drive, as opposed to just simply posting it on social media, we might get some more activity off of it. And maybe we could even alert the people that took part in the 2 parades and get them involved too. We cast a wide net if we can, or the wider we cast the net, the more efficient.
Yeah, you guys went nuts bringing all of that thing with the parade together, and again, you just to be commended for all you did on that. But I think it's very important that we keep those contacts, and then keep sending them shit so that they know that we're still here, and sending them that stuff. But you know what I mean.
So
Just
there's
let's not lose them.
No, I completely in agreement with you, Jim. Yep, Sean.
I'm on Economic Development Committee also, and I will pose the question to them if we can maybe some way use EDC contacts to promote this coat drive. I mean, you said you already have a list of business owners. I know John Allen, the EDC manager, director, has that also. So maybe we can bring the 2 together and make it bigger and better or something to that effect.
So do you want to run the coat drive for us this year? I mean, we'll all help.
I'll do my best. Yeah. Okay.
I'll help you, Sean.
Yeah, we'll all help out. It just, as a point man, if you'll just take information, let us know what you need help with. But I think that's a great start. let's reach out to the EDC. Let's see what they would do. And then we could talk about it in our next meeting in September. Excuse me.
We should probably make sure that Carl Moisten from Homefield Credit Union is involved. Because we can get the message, just like we had the parade on their electronic board, we could ask them to put the coat drive on the electronic board too. And, and Carl's a former Marine as far as I remember, so I'm sure he'd have an interest in it.
I'm sure there's more of us out there that we just don't realize. And I had another thought when Bob was talking. Bob, do you think that so much of the group stuff that gets sent out, for example, letting the financial members of the various committees know that their requests have to be put in by such and such a date so it can go to the finance committee? All right. I believe that Cindy generates those notices. Do you think if I contacted her that she'd give me access to when she sends emails like to all segments of the town offices? If she'd share that with us, then what we can do is we could make an introductory message and say, here's who we are. Here's some of the things that we'd like to do. We'd like to get your involvement and things like that for the coat drive, for the parade and things like that. So if you would, please contact us if you can help out and stuff like that. I just noticed Holly's got her hand up, so yeah, just a thought.
Okay. Holly?
No, my question was I'm always thinking about government fiscal year and spending and our Boy Scout spending. What is the town's, do they run calendar or fiscal year for their
6/30.
finances?
July 1st is the beginning of the fiscal year.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
But the budget cycle is different, right, Bob? Because that's why we're not seeing our funding until September, October.
Well, the budget year starts way ahead of the fiscal year, so because they're doing budget year. It's like the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge. They paint one end, and when they get to the other end, they start all over again. So, it's a year-long process.
So that is that is very different from what I was used to with the federal fiscal year and budget year all starts at the same time, Holly. But
exactly. So that's why.
Yeah.
So another thing to manage and keep in my head. Thank you. Sorry, guys.
Nope, you're good. You are good.
And those were the times, the end of September, where all of a sudden they were finding money that they told you that they never had, and you have to spend it by next Tuesday or we'll lose it. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the same in the federal world, but the fiscal year and the budget year are all tied together. So everybody takes leave in the end of September, and because of flying hour money gone, and everybody's looking to spend as much money as possible before October 1st.
Yeah, we used to have New Year's Day on October 1st in the office.
Oh, hey, that's smart.
It was
I
just
will take on
everyone
the-
wanted a drink, that's all. Sorry.
Of course. No, you're fine. I've got Sean down for the coat drive. Once again, Sean, we'll all help you out. So don't feel like you're alone on an island. I just want somebody I can point to in the agenda and go, hey, what's the update? What do you need? I think if you can get with the EDC before our September meeting, I think that'll be a good. I think we're good to go ahead and tell them that we want to do this. We just need a few more details before we put it to a vote.
Okay.
And we can do that in September.
Okay.
And then I'll take on the website. I'll start gathering all the resources that I have. And Bob, I'll just work with you to figure out. I know that you have access to it. I don't know if that's something that I can get access to, if I just need to send it all to you, but you and I can work those details out. And,
Stoney, let me try to talk with Cindy in the town administrator's office and see if I can get access to her burst list that goes to all of the functions of the town. committees and everything.
Oh, as far as what list? You say a purse list?
No, what do you call that? When you've got a list that goes to like everybody,
Alias?
there's a word for it. I'm sorry?
A distro, like a distro list who they distribute everything to.
It's a funny name. I'll ask her that too. No, that I want that list and what do you call it?
Okay. With all these lists, the only thing that I ask is when y'all ask for it, let them know that it'll be for committee use. So like we got the EDC list for the parade. So I'm hesitant to use that list for committee use because that was given to a personal person for a parade, not for a committee. I don't know if there's any of that kind of stuff that you can get blurry with, but to me, it's the kind of the same thing as with the veterans list. Some of that stuff might be private or sensitive, and they don't want that to go everywhere. Bob?
I think if there was any issue, it would be the reverse, where
Yes,
they
yeah,
would
I'm
share
with
it
you.
with the committee and not with the private. So they've already shared it with the private. So I think we're good.
Yeah, I think so
We've got
too.
the majority of us can't even spell propriety.
I deal with that too much in my line of work, so
Yeah, I'm sure.
as Holly does too, I'm sure. All right, but that is all that I have. Any questions on our goals for right now? I think we have a pretty hefty list, and it'll get us through at least the
I think
next.
Holly's got her hand up again, Stoney.
Yep, Holly.
I apologize, but I don't see my hand up. If I hit a wrong button, I don't know. If you can
On
just-
your bottom line, do you see where it says raise hand?
yeah, I just hit it now, but I
Okay, now the hand is up.
I
Now it's
don't
white.
see it, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Hit it again, Holly. Okay, now it's a big yellow hand in the corner of your block. Now it's a small white hand next to your name.
Oh, I don't see the hand. That's weird.
I don't see anything.
Well, Holly and I have always had a very special connection, so.
Well,
That's right.
That's probably what it is.
I do have a question, Justin and team, at the end, but I don't want to, interrupt what you guys are talking about, your goals. Over.
Nope. The next thing, if no one has any questions on the goals, the next thing is anything else. So perfect timing, Holly. Good intro.
So just a quick question to make sure I'm organized to get into the group full speed. So I go to the clerk's office. Is the clerk's office still kind of undergoing any type of COVID hours, or are they fully up and
No, it's
running?
wide open.
Okay, perfect. So I just emailed Cindy. I'll get my button gear and get that done. I'm going to try to stop over tomorrow how are Fridays? It's been a while since.
I think they're there Friday morning.
Okay, copy
Yeah.
that. I will get that done. The other
They've
thing, is
been
there
pretty
any
busy,
type of,
Bob. Do you know of any hours that they've limited because of how busy they've been?
Fridays is half a day, so they're only there till 8:30 to 12:30 on Friday.
And
Okay.
don't they stay late on Tuesday, Bob?
They do. That's why they close early on Friday.
yeah, so I'm out all next week. I'm going to Forest Cliff. I'll have my laptop and phone and I can definitely do meetings, but I will not be in the local area or like Grafton. So I'll just do my best to get it done first thing in the morning. It shouldn't be a problem. The other item, is there any like bylaws, any type of like town reading materials I can kind of start reading through to get up to speed on like what's appropriate, what's not? I don't want to break any rules because I know we do the same with Boy Scouts, stuff like that. Is there any type of training that needs to be taken on any type of ethics, all that fun
Sure.
jazz?
There is
Um,
training. They'll send that to you. I'm going to let Bob explain everything else.
Okay.
It's a very
Just
simple,
so
it's a very
Yeah.
simple concept, Polly. Watch what Jim does. Do the opposite.
That's what I do. I rely on Jim and Bob to tell me,
Yeah.
what do I do now? Sean?
They generally give new people a packet and with information on open meeting laws and such as that. And they will also give you an email with links to, shall we say, ethics or conflict of interest stuff that you may have to fill out. I don't know if that still applies or not.
And I think the Grafton, the town charter. Do they still
Yeah, I
give,
think that is one of the links.
So, and I guess in answer to your question, Holly, you just ask them and they will either guide you or direct you to any information or stuff that you need to know.
Okay, now if like as soon as I go to the clerk's office tomorrow, if they're gonna hand me everything over, I'll definitely keep that comms for that paperwork with them. I just rather get my hands on anything I can at the moment, start reading through and be more prepared for the future. Over.
Yeah, basically everything I explained before we started the meeting, that's pretty much what we've done in a nutshell. We don't have any bylaws or anything. I am working on a meeting flow packet that it basically just kind of tells you how the meeting should go. But a lot of this is trial and error. And like I said, I rely on Jim and Bob often to tell me how these meetings should go and what we should do next. So as of right now, it's really informal as we get our legs under us.
Okay, cool. So if I ever ask a question that can be handled through a different person, please just yell at me and provide me the contact. It's been a while, I'll admit, since I've dealt with anyone in the town. So that's a big reason why I want to join this, is to get more back into Grafton, especially being a vet. And be, because I was born and raised in Grafton and I feel like I lost a lot of it and I know a lot of the history, but current events and stuff. So, I definitely want to get back in the loop.
No worries. There are no stupid questions here. This is how you just saw how our meeting runs. It's a lot of back and forth conversations, and it is not like the select.
No, I
and
think
Holly,
this is
we're
great
so
'cause it's
overjoyed.
very collaborative.
Board.
We're so overjoyed that you agreed to become a member, Holly, because the importance of having, with what Stoney's talking about, where we're trying to go and who we're trying to attract, is so important to have a woman on that committee, because there's women veterans there too that be a lot easier to communicate with than any of us. I really have just the Civil War veterans for communication, so there's just a few of those left.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy to help, and whatever you guys tell me to do, I always say, get her done. My dad always told me, if your boss or your leads tell you to jump in the water, you better be soaking wet when you go complain about it. So I'm all about that.
Yeah, and that's
like
really
that.
how we try to run this is let's come up with solutions. And as you said earlier, it is very collaborative. I'm only chair because Jim won't he won't nominate anybody else for it. So,
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to nominate Justin and Bob DeToma.
yeah. So we do work together a lot. And the only thing to really be mindful of is the open meeting laws. So as Bob pointed out earlier, if we all get together, then it's an agenda, and we have to be very careful on that. It's the same with emails. If we start doing a lot of sausage making, then I usually will come in and be like, hey, let's maybe keep this to a minimum, or I'll ask Jim or Bob if we're starting to cross a line with that. But really, it's just kind of a check. Bob will send out an email and go, hey, we need to hold off on this and wait till the meeting or something. So that's really the big thing that you'll run up against until you get familiar with it.
Okay, copy all. Is it more appropriate to ask questions, maybe like thoughts and ideas through email or through this forum, or are there going to be other forums?
All right, hold on. Take care of that right now. Motion to adjourn.
You want to adjourn? Well, so do you want to talk about it after the meeting, Bob? Is that what it is?
No, it makes it so much simple. Motion to adjourn, and where's my second?
Yeah. Okay. Well, before we do that, our next meeting I have down for Thursday, September 15th. Does that work for everybody?
When did we move to Thursday? Because I have it marked on Monday, which is why I wasn't here.
I think at the beginning of the summer. It was a couple months ago.
All right.
If we want to move to another date, that's fine. The problem with Mondays was Justin's kids had T-ball.
Oh,
I think Lucas had
Yeah.
something going on too. Monday wasn't a good day for everyone. We decided the third Thursday of the month was better for everyone. Because it gave us time to get back with the agenda, to get a meeting. And that was the other thing. Mondays was really hard for me to get the meeting invites and the agenda up on time, because if I usually had to do it a week early, and then we were having changes. So I'm really flexible with just about any day. But
Okay. No, I just gotta go cross out stuff in my calendar.
Okay.
Which means I gotta go up by the refrigerator, where I go by there all the time anyway, so.
So the only thing,
So-
Justin, is Mondays are my worst day, just because that's Boy Scout Day. We have our
Okay.
committee meeting and we have our troop meeting on Mondays. Over.
Yeah, there you go. Boy Scout salute, Jim.
On my best, I will do my best to do my duty for God and country and obey all Scout laws. And I forgot all the other things that were in there.
So, all right. So for right now, we'll keep it on Thursdays. Let me know if we need to change it to another day. But third Thursdays of the month is what I'm shooting for. So next meeting, September 15th. I'll send it out. Same old, same old. So let me know ahead of time if you have any issues when I send out the agenda. And now, Bob.
Motion to adjourn.
Second,
Second. All right. Motion to adjourn. Bob Datoma,
Aye.
Jim Gallagher,
Gallagher, aye.
Sean McAbee,
I
Justin Stone. Aye. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you all for coming. See everyone September 15th.